The morning mist clings to the estuary like a whispered secret. Across the tidal flats, a heron steps carefully through pools of brackish water, each footfall deliberate and measured. The ground beneath appears solid, a tapestry of sand and silt, painted by retreating tides. Yet somewhere in this seemingly peaceful landscape lies one of nature's most misunderstood phenomena. Today we journey into the science behind quicksand, a substance that has captured human imagination for centuries, inspiring countless tales of adventure and peril. This is the story of what really happens when solid ground becomes liquid, and why the truth is far more fascinating than fiction. If you enjoy exploring the hidden forces that shape our world, consider subscribing to Beneath Horizons. Each week we travel deeper into the mysteries of our planet, our history, and our place in the cosmos. Quicksand is not the ravenous monster of Hollywood films, swallowing victims whole in dramatic scenes of struggle. It is something far more subtle, a temporary transformation that occurs when water saturates sand in precise conditions. The process begins with vibration. Perhaps it's the rhythmic pounding of waves against a shore, the tremor of an earthquake, or simply the weight of footsteps crossing seemingly stable ground. These disturbances cause something remarkable to happen at the microscopic level. Sand grains that once locked together in stable formation suddenly lose their grip on one another. Water, which had been peacefully filling the spaces between particles, becomes the medium through which those particles float. In seconds, solid becomes liquid, and what appeared to be reliable footing transforms into a fluid suspension. The sensation of stepping into quicksand is unlike anything most people will ever experience. Your foot doesn't plunge dramatically downward, as movies might suggest. Instead, you feel a gradual sinking, as if the earth itself is slowly accepting your weight. The sand offers less resistance than water, yet more than air, creating a unique viscosity that responds to pressure in unexpected ways. Scientists call this a non-Newtonian fluid, a substance that changes its behavior based on the force applied to it. Push gently, and quicksand flows like thick honey. Struggle violently, and it becomes more solid, gripping whatever is moving through it with increasing tenacity. This is why panic becomes an enemy rather than an ally. The human body, composed largely of water, is actually less dense than quicksand. This means that complete submersion is physically impossible under normal circumstances. You would float, much like a cork in dense syrup, with your head and shoulders remaining above the surface. Yet the danger is not submersion by sinking, but rather the inability to escape combined with environmental threats. Tides can rise, temperatures can drop, and exhaustion can set in long before rescue arrives. The psychology of quicksand often proves more treacherous than the physics. When solid ground betrays our most fundamental assumptions about the world, panic floods the mind with ancient fears. Our ancestors knew that uncertain footing could mean the difference between life and death, and those instincts run deeper than rational thought. The urge to thrash and fight feels natural, even though it's precisely the wrong response. Real quicksand formations occur in specific environments around the world. River deltas where fresh water meets salt water create ideal conditions for sand particle suspension. Coastal areas with high water tables see quicksand form during low tides, when underground pressure forces water upward through sand layers. Underground springs can create quicksand in desert regions, hidden oases that appear solid until disturbed. Even urban areas are not immune, as construction sites and areas with poor drainage can develop temporary quicksand conditions after heavy rains. Throughout history, quicksand has claimed lives not through dramatic swallowing, but through more mundane circumstances. Travelers become trapped and succumb to exposure, dehydration, or rising tides. Horses and cattle, heavier and more prone to panic than humans, have historically posed greater challenges for rescue operations. Yet for every tragic account, there are countless stories of successful escapes, of people who remained calm and worked their way to safety. The key to escape lies in understanding the fluid nature of your temporary prison. Slow, deliberate movements allow the quicksand to flow around you rather than solidifying against your efforts. Leaning backward increases your surface area, distributing weight more evenly and making it easier to float. Small rhythmic movements help maintain the liquid state of the sand while gradually working toward more solid ground. Time becomes your ally rather than your enemy when fear gives way to patience. As our understanding of quicksand has evolved, so too has our relationship with this natural phenomenon. Modern construction techniques account for soil liquefaction, the engineered cousin of quicksand that can occur during earthquakes. Scientists study quicksand to better understand fluid dynamics, soil mechanics, and even the behavior of other planetary surfaces. Mars, it turns out, may have its own version of quicksand, fine dust that could behave similarly under the right conditions. The next time you walk along a beach at low tide or cross a muddy field after rain, remember that the ground beneath your feet exists in a delicate balance. Solid and liquid are not always the fixed states we imagine them to be, but points along a spectrum of possibility that nature can shift at a moment's notice. In this dance between earth and water, between stability and flow, quicksand reminds us that our planet is far more dynamic and mysterious than we often realize. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more journeys into the hidden forces that shape our world.